Hello everybody, this is Norman again, still talking about the Book of Mormons. I talked to you earlier about how Lehi had a vision and how Lord came to him by the Spirit and a pillar of fire, and how he talked back to him and showed him that he had a vision, a dream, and that he was just sitting to him one one night in the bed, and it talked about how the Lord was sitting up on his throne in heaven, and how the angel was rejoicing him and praising him, and but then Nehi came about, and he didn't write about the same thing, and the people in Jerusalem became wicked and wanted him out, and he had to leave his precious things, his gold, his silver, and he had to go, him and his family. But then as he went, and then you had his two of his sons who didn't like it, and became they also became wicked, and they didn't like his father, and so they wanted to go back to Jerusalem, and as it's so they did go back to Jerusalem. And as they went back, they robbed and steal, and they became bad people, such as Laman and his brother. But then you had one brother, the only other brother was Sam, and he was good, and he became friends with his dad, Nehi, and as they out there in the wilderness, you still got Laman back and his other brother back in Jerusalem, being bad and stealing the plates of brass, and that's how they were doing, being bad and everything. So like I say, as they talk about Nehi family being bad, they talk about Laman them. They talk about them being bad, and then you had the Lamanites. That's really talking about Laman's children as it went on and such like that, but then you had other priests and everything as they went around and trying to teach the other teach people about God and such, but they were thrown in jail and such, and that's where I'm reading about. But they was able to get out by their father, and it went on from